right there. Big thank you for staying with us here on Prime Morning here on Joy Prime. We're excited to come your way again. This is News Flash. It is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, folks, Papa Pathie, Kowa Natural Fruit Juice is also supporting us this morning. And these are the two brands you need to really make an attempt, the effort into making sure that you patronize them this morning. Of course, so whilst you're getting your gadgets from Franco Trading Enterprise, Kowa Natural Fruit Juice will be here to make sure you're well taken care of as you go about your daily activities this morning. Grab your Samsung, Nokia, and also iPhones, your smart TVs, your air conditionings, your microwave, your blenders. Grab all of them from Franco Trading Enterprise, and it's the best. It's guaranteed quality, and that's what you need. Don't forget that your washing machine you can also get from Franco Trading Enterprise as well. Your gas and electric stove can also be purchased from Franco Trading Enterprise. Now, if you're worried about leaving your kids, your offices, your workplaces to, strangers and ordinary people who are working for you, you can grab your CCTV cameras to ensure that you can monitor whilst you're away. It is very simple, and it gives you the best of picture in terms of quality. So please do well and grab yours. And that's what we're talking about. It's all about Franco Trading Enterprise. Make sure you check us out. You can actually download the app. It's the Franco Trading app on Google Play Store, and you can also check out our website. It's www.francotrading.com. Call us on 0246 422 338 or 0555 939311 or 030222 5651 and do business with us. You can also download the app, like I said, and the website is also available. You can get all the branches and the details that you need. Franco Trading Enterprise says, still phones, Papa Pathie. Now it's about time for you to discover the authentic taste of Ghana with Kowa Natural Fruit Juice. Now, don't forget, it's a fresh taste from cocoa with Kowa Natural, a healthy juice made from the white pulp that surrounds the cocoa beans. And this drink is actually here for you. You have to share with your friends, your family, your loved ones. Naturally refreshing and stimulating every taste bad. Now, Kowa Natural is proudly Ghanaian, and it's good for you and good for the Ghanaian cocoa farmer as well. Do right, sip by sip, we say. And that's what you can also do whilst you go about your daily activity today. Make sure that you're grabbing yourself a juice from Kowa Natural. Now, Samini Experience Concert 2025 is coming back again, and he's thrilled music lovers for over 2 decades with timeless hits and homage to showmanship. And now he's back to make even more history, and it's all about the 4th edition of the Samini Experience Concert live at the Laboma Beach on 24th night. That's tonight. This edition is special because Samini is actually releasing his 8th studio album, and I was there during the press, listening a couple of days ago, and trust me, the Originate album is an album you don't want to miss. Trust me on that one. Now, this is the man that has done this back to back, and so get ready for an unforgettable performances, an experience of a lifetime at Samini. Comes back again with lots and lots of exciting surprises. Now he's got Kofi Kinato on it, he's got Stonewall on it, and he's got Moogies on it, R2Bs on it. So please do well and come to the concert and enjoy the very best of it. For inquiries, call 020-8675-449 or 027-517-7177. You can also call 020-82-68204. Don't miss the show. Come witness the legend in action. Come out in your numbers. You already know when Samini is on stage with live band. That's an incredible feeling. So please do come through. I'll be telling you more about Family Party in the Park. 26th is just around the corner, and if you're actually looking forward to it, you need one thing. That's your ticket. Now, it's 300 cedis for a family of 6. All you have to do is to just get the ticket and show up at the Abri Botanical Gardens, and let's have a good time together. 9 a.m. sharp, we start, and it's a full day of laughter, games, music, and unforgettable memories. Now, make sure that you come with the family so that you will all come and enjoy Kwampa. Kwabena will be in performance as well. Dub Nation is also going to be in performance. There's going to be cooking contest, sack races, dancing competitions, treasure hunts, and many other exciting activities for kids and adults alike. You So please do come. There's going to be food, so yeah, it's going to be awesome. All right, that's what it is. But this morning, we're going to be doing some exercise, all right? And it's very simple. Throughout the year, a lot of things have happened throughout the year. I mean, so many things in terms of our politics, in terms of our governance, many things have happened. I mean, from parliament to the economy to presidency. You remember the swearing in of the president. We've spoken about that. We've also spoken about a few other things that, really interested, a lot of people. I mean, so many people were actually looking forward to having their say on those issues. And so this morning, we're going to continue from where we left off. You also remember that the OSP has been in the news. In fact, from June, it's been whether the OSP is coming to Ghana, the OSP is asking Kenneth Furata to come to Ghana, or Kenneth Furata has been put on red alert, and all of those issues, and these are issues that we want to take critical look at. We're going to open the phone lines shortly for you to let us know which of these major issues that you want to talk about, and moving forward into next year, your expectations. Now, a lot of people are expecting that Kenneth Furata will come back to Ghana as the OSP continues to, seek for his return. Many people think that he should stay there. I don't know which of the divide you belong to, but you can share that with us here on the show. So the phone lines are activated for you to share your thought on that issue, and you can call us now. I've got my guests seated in the studio, two of them here with me. I'll be engaging them shortly, but let me take your calls and your thoughts first. Now, all you have to tell me is what you saw in government, and also in politics. In politics this year, which of them, the major issues that really caught your attention that you want to talk about, you can share that with me. And also moving into next year, 2026, what are you expecting from governments? What are you also expecting in the area of politics? What do you expect? You're still going to see the Parliament House doing what they have been doing, the brawl and all of those things. You think that is going to happen, or you think that they should stop? You can also make some suggestions. Maybe advise the legislature. I mean, who are we? But let's try and see if we can advise them in a way, all right? And maybe we'll look at our GDP as well. Now, Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu was also in the news in September. I'm sure by now we're all aware that she's no more in her position as the Chief Justice, but, we had a long road to removing her. We want to discuss that as well. And also, we'll be looking at the Alain Chamantin's Movement for Change, which actually ended up becoming the United Party. We'll be looking at it as well. And then the Accra Elwak Stampede, we'll look at that as well. And yes, Parliament chaos, like I said, Pandai issues, and Oforiate's extradition. We'll be looking at all of those, but you can call us. I've been joined this morning by Metul Nunu, who is now the I want the local one for Santa Claus, like Papa. Is it Papa Christmas or
Papa Christmas?
The Papa Christmas. There should be a local way of saying that Santa Claus thing. Anyway, but Christmas inspired it, but I didn't see you coming into the studio with that.
Yeah, that's Christmas, Back here, you don't sleep. I was with you yesterday.
Does this man sleep? This man never sleeps.
I was with you yesterday.
Yes, I saw you. I saw you in the crowd.
Yeah, I was like, and this morning when I tuned into Joy Prime and I saw you, I was like, so if you are here, I understand.
I go around 2 a.m.
Yeah, what time did you get up? Because I woke up late. But you're doing well. This is
jumping in and
committed to serving Ghana. Yeah, with my Christmas hat, this is the eve of Christmas, and I doubt I'll get an opportunity to be on air again. Because of good governance, the festive season is in the air. You can smell happiness and joy everywhere. So it's important that as a government communications person, representing my party this morning on Joy Park.
So this year's Christmas is strictly and proudly sponsored by the government.
By the government. 4 prices are down, energy is stable, and everything. I can attest to the fact. Yeah, well, she's looking very smart and handsome this Christmas. It's the Christmas season. So today, let's go now, and then let's celebrate the Christmas.
Awal,
well, I don't know about that because last year around this time, driving to town was a hell. Today I came seamless. I left home around 6 thereby, and I got here before 6:30.
Okay.
From Ofanko, because there are no cars on the way. So there is no traffic. So it means it's a dry Christmas. And from everything pointing to the fact that it is true that fuel prices are down.
Roslyn faced a lot of traffic this morning coming to work.
Okay,
even at 4 a.m.
The routes.
Yeah.
Maybe the routes.
Okay.
Because I
that could be a factor.
Ofanko.
Fairly
no, sometimes 40 minutes, 45 minutes. That's the reason I come in late. Sometimes I leave home before 6. But I still come in late sometimes.
And it was because there was money in the system, so people are out and happy.
Exactly. You see.
But now they are not there because there's no money.
Now the government did an exercise. And, what he's saying is true. Fuel prices are down. Energy relatively stable because in Kumasi, it's not that stable. Even last week, the entire Kumasi was off. I was in Kumasi at that time.
Those ones can be faulty.
What faulty? I left FDRC. FDRC was off. Jabbing was off. You got to Ejuso, they had light. I got to Pakoso. That place too was off. So it was just power sharing. You understand? Just like it used to be. It was just power sharing because you see, if it is off, it's supposed to be all off. Then you know that maybe it's a problem. But I was saying if you just say around 7 p.m. I left if you just say around 7 p.m. I go to Jabbing. Jabbing too was off. If that's was off, Jabbing off. I go to Ejuso, the light was on. Then I go to Aprade. I entered Aprade. Aprade was off. Pakoso was off. Then I got to Aswaremampong. It was also on. You understand? So you could tell that it's just power sharing.
With this one. Anyway, I'll check it. I'll check it from Minister of
But tell them that
might be a fault.
Tell them that between Anita Hotel, I drew the TikTok minister's attention to it. Okay. Between Anita Hotel and Tech Junction, the entire street lights are.
Just give me a minute. Let's try and engage our viewers this morning a bit. I'll pick about 4 calls and then we'll continue our conversation. The first person I think is somewhere in Upper East. Where? Upper East. Okay. Please. Good morning. How are you doing?
Oh, good morning, boss.
Good to have you on the show.
Okay. Happy Christmas to everyone in this country and then your pride.
Awesome.
My first thing is about our former finance minister. Extradition that NDC is so bent about the matter. Let's be honest with the truth. The NDC government have no case against King Oforiatta. If they were having any case against King Oforiatta, by now they would have been going to court to suit him, and if there is put proper evidence, they were to do that. Yes, the man really stole money, so that they can convict him. Whenever he comes into the country, then they can jail him. But the NDC, what they want to do for Atta is to humiliate him to the whole world. They want him to come into this country so that they will handcuff him like the way they did to other former appointees, and then put him on a bill that they cannot fulfill immediately, so that he will sleep in the police custody or a Yoko or national security for a long time, like the former National Service Board. What they did to him, even till this today, the man is still in what? In the police custody. So that is the main reason. I want the NDC people to know that Ken Oforiatta was a minister of finance. She was a minister of finance. Till today, has Atuforsi came out to say that Ken Oforiatta stole money from the Ministry of Finance? That was where the money was. And the man did not steal the money. He was holding the keys of the country money. And he did not steal it. And because of contract, he awarded and he will now steal that money. Let's be honest to ourselves. They hate the man for nothing. Okay. The man was a finance minister and didn't even steal money there. Atuforsi didn't even come one day say that this was the money the finance minister diverted to this place, till today. And contract that he awarded to some people to generate money for the state.
Okay. All right.
And you are using that one to prosecute the man because of the contract. Is it not a hatred?
Very well. Your point is made. Let me try and speak to others as well. Okay. Your point is made. Thank you so much for sharing your thought with us this morning. Let me see if I can get another person that would also share their thought. We're actually assessing the entire year and also looking forward into what will happen next year. You can let us know, share your thought on that here on the show. It's proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, Still Phones, Papa Pathie, Koa Natural Fruit Juice, also supporting us here on Newsflash, and we're picking a few calls, your thoughts this morning here on the show. And earlier I mentioned, okay, let me go to Hadid, who is in Fish Pond, and I hope you're good this morning. Hello, are you there?
Yes, good morning, my brother. Good
morning, good to have you on the show.
Yeah, my name is Hadi, and I'm calling from Pig Farm.
Okay, all right, great. Big fan. Merry Christmas to you in advance, anyway.
And Merry Christmas to you too, my brother.
Awesome.
Yeah. Let me say good morning to my NDC brother, and then Awa. He was also part of the NDC, but up to now, the NDC is still in his blood. He just wants to, but I know.
Awal has moved on. Awal has moved on.
Because I want to beat up, then I will take that. Still in his blood. So don't mind.
All right, I understand.
You see, sometimes when you listen to somebody, it's like, I'm sorry to say, it's like you should hang yourself. Because you see, how can Mother Ghana move forward with this kind of mindset? Look, if Mr. Oforiatta, if he himself knows that he hasn't done anything bad to Mother Ghana, he shouldn't have run away to the USA. You see, we should be sincere to ourselves. If he knew that, look, I haven't done anything, this man wouldn't have run away to the US. It's because he knew what he has done. That is why. If he knew that, no, I didn't do anything, just come back and say, okay, this is me, Ken Oforiatta. Just do whatever you want to do. Do your check-ins and see if I have squandered any money. Look at the kind of problem our grandfather and mothers went through this head cut. So we should be sincere to ourselves. Look, Mother Ghana will move forward if we will come out and say it as it is. If someone has squandered money, just come out and say it like, look, this man has to face the law. Not to come on air and tell us that, no, he hasn't done anything. He should come back to Ghana.
Okay.
God bless you, my brother. And
very well. Thank you so much, and enjoy your Christmas. You can also give us a call. Let us know what you think. We are assessing the entire year. Which of the major issues caught your attention, and which one do you think that moving forward we can make it better in terms of governance, in terms of our politics, and we're also zooming into our legislature. Some of the things that happen over there, you think that we can make it better moving forward. You can share your thought with us here on the show. There were too many issues that happened this year. I mean, like I said from the beginning, from the swearing in of the president, the removal of the Chief Justice, Parliament, chaos, and all of that. Let me get to Pig Farm and speak to Alhaji Hamza. Alhaji Hamza, good morning and Merry Christmas to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, my brother. Yeah, good morning to you and good morning to your panelists, especially to the guy, the NDC person in the studio, and my brother Awal.
That's Metal Nunu Jr.
Yeah, Metal Nunu Jr., yeah. Yeah, KMJ.
Yeah.
I heard someone saying that the NDC as a political party, the NDC as a political party, he's the former finance minister for nothing. Oh, my brother, it's so interesting to note that. Look, let me just leave the other issues up, then talk about the cathedral as a whole. You understand me, right? We've spent so far $98 million into this investment. KMG, we used the taxpayers' money to import a stone from Israel for this cathedral. 21 houses belonging to the judges were demolished. The National Service Secretariat has been demolished. The passport office has been demolished, including our land, all in the name of the National Cathedral. And today, people are telling us that we should not complain. For God's sake, in Nigeria, $4 million was used to build that cathedral in Nigeria. $4 million. And so far, $98 million, including the state asset that we have lost at that particular point. And people are telling us that we shouldn't complain. For God's sake, look, Ghana, we need to move on. And to change the style of the living that we are living in this country is very, very interesting. KMJ, over the weekend, I saw a post again. I want to talk to my brother Awal. Came out with a post saying that President Mahama had traveled from Accra to Kumasi with his own chair. I even commented on the post. And I told Awal to provide the evidence. He was comparing President Mahama to President Ronaldo. Look, that particular chair, which I know very well, belongs to the Kumasi Coordinating Council. President Mahama never, when we were talking about President Ronaldo, the evidence was there clearly. The car carrying the chairs and those bringing up the chairs from the car. President Mahama never did so.
Okay.
I wonder why I was hate John Mahama like that.
Okay, Hamza, your time is up. Your time is up. Thank you very much. Is that all we can do for the course this morning? Okay, let's do one more and then I'll come back. I'll give you time to address that. I also saw that post, but I've been asking myself questions where exactly that chair also came from. But Metal is here, so maybe he'll be able to explain it better to us. But you can give us a call right now and share your thoughts with us. Let us know what you think about that political space this year, the major things that have happened. Which one do you want to comment on? Interestingly enough, everybody seems to be commenting on the OXP and the Kenneth Friata issue. A lot of people seem to have a very big interest in that. Anyway, let's go to Upper West, right? Okay. What do we have? Hello?
Upper West.
Hello? Noble?
So this is Upper West.
Hello, Noble, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Good morning and Merry Christmas.
Oh, same to you, please.
All right, please go ahead.
Yes, I just want to be fair. We Ghanaians, we are not fair to the society. We are the reason why the country is not moving forward. When you look at what happened before and after the removal of the Chief Justice, it wasn't fair. The Ghanaian opinion leaders, they were behaving as if their conscience were bought. And looking at what happened, the way they are talking of Koreata, you can see that it was just a political agenda that they are trying to execute. And the media, the opinion leaders, everybody is mute, as if they don't know what is happening in Ghana. And you see people still playing politics after winning elections, which is not fair. We have to always speak to our minds. Let the politicians know that whatever means they do, Ghana is Ghana. All the people that are just speaking, as always, the journalists always speak truth to them. So that is what I just see.
Okay. All right. Many thanks for joining us this morning and sharing your thought with us, Noble. And these were, thoughts of people who actually also saw what happened this year. And like I said, interestingly, almost everybody seemed to be very interested in the issue of Kenneth Friata. I don't know for whatever reason, but there were many issues that actually came up. The Airwork Stampede, we've also spoken about the swearing in of the president, the Abdulkamanov, rerun, and all of that. We've got the Pandai issue, the Chief Justice issue, and also, Alan transforming the entire, political thing into a party right now and all of that. So yes, we're looking at that. Now, Haruna in Boku will be probably our last caller for this morning. Haruna, good morning and Merry Christmas.
Good morning, KMG.
Good. How are the people of Boku doing, by the way?
In fact, the people of Boku are doing well. And my greetings to Awal Mohammed. Yeah, what I want to comment is the current NDC government, they are doing as if everything Ghanaians have given to them, they are now power drunk. And then what they want to tell them is that they should remind that power is like an ice block. What they've getting today, next year, if election will be conducted, they will not get the same thing. So that one is telling them that they should be prepared for what they are doing to Ghanaians. The way they intimidate the Chief Justice, in fact, this is not how the way they are claiming they want to reset Ghana. So in fact, Ghanaians, we are not happy like the way they treated the former Chief Justice. We are not happy.
Okay.
So that's my take on this.
All right, man. Many thanks to you for joining us this morning. Enjoy your Christmas. And that will be our last call for this morning here on this particular. Okay, so my producers asked me that we can do one more. So let's try and see who we can have for the last caller for this morning. Do we have anybody out there already? Okay. All right. So you can join us, share your thought with us. Don't forget, this is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise and Koa Natural Fruit Juice. Stay making sure that you quench your thirst during the day. If you've got too much you do and a lot of work on your shoulders and you want to just relax for a moment, you need a Koa Natural Fruit Juice. It's made here, it's Ghanaian, and it's very healthy for you. So make sure that you're getting yours and enjoying the very best of it. And of course, buy your phones and gadgets from Franco Trading Enterprise. Still, phones. Papa Pafi. And as and when I get the next person, I'll put them on. But we've been joined by Richard Suma this morning here on the show. He's the Deputy General Secretary for the United Party. Rich.
Yes, sir.
Merry Christmas.
Same to you, my good brother.
Good to see you.
Yes, good to be here.
All good in the camp?
Yeah, everything is fine. Yes, yesterday was quite stressful. I didn't have a good sleep. And the invitation I got it quite late. So
you got an invitation to where?
Yeah, to this place.
Oh, everybody did. Actually, in fact, we all got busy.
Yeah.
We all got busy doing a lot of things. But for God and country, I know.
I woke up this morning and I tested the weather.
She sends her apologies already.
Yes. So in fact, I really just, for the love of the show and the prestige and the honor we attach to the show, no matter what, we need to find a way. Traffic caught me and I had to pack up, pick a motor.
Oh boy, you are not a late comer, so I understand. Yes.
So, but the implementation hasn't started.
Awal has also changed.
I have to get here this morning with Okada, just to make sure I don't get here quarter to the close of the program. So I'm grateful I'm here
so much.
to meet all my senior brothers. It's a privilege to share the last moment of the day with them.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. I think we've done so much for this year. You've all contributed to, what Prime Morning has become. And we really, really, really appreciate, all that you've done for us. And we're moving into next year. I'm sure we're going to do greater things together. Awesome.
Definitely so.
Yeah. So we've had calls. I don't know your thoughts on this, but it looks like almost everybody spoke about the OSP and Ken Ofori-Atta, even though there were other major issues. Metal, why? The NDC caused them. You wanted to clear something?
Just I will be happy if you give me 1 minute to clear something.
Okay.
Yesterday we saw the news report that 50 companies, mining companies, the news report is that 50 mining companies, large-scale mining companies, 50 large-scale mining companies have their licenses revoked. Almost all the news portals had reported it.
As part of what? The revocation of the LI 246?
Yes, no, not that, because the revocation doesn't prevent anyone from mining in the forest reserve.
So which one is this?
We were just there when Kabore and Parkosi Shandoff brought in the news item, and there was a press release that 50 mining companies who are large-scale mining companies have their licenses revoked. He brought in the list. Now they have taken down the list.
The list that was posted?
Yes, he posted.
Taking it
yes,
down again.
Posted the list. Now he has taken down the list. I have been to almost all the news portals. They do not have the list there.
But they have the story there.
The stories are there. Even on my Ojo online.
But the list isn't there.
Yes, the list is not there. Is it the case that after revoking, they saw that a lot of them are NDC people, so they had to just pull the data so that people will not see, so that when they are still they continue to mine, you will still not know that they are those who had been had their licenses revoked. I will be happy if you get Pakistan off to.
But the story I have over here says Lands Ministry to revoke.
Yes.
So it means it's not been revoked yet.
Yes.
To revoke.
Yes.
So in your context, did you mean they've revoked or they are about to?
Pakistan brought the 50 on his Facebook.
Which are about to be revoked.
Yes.
Right? So they've not been revoked yet.
No, that is...
So this is the story on Major Online.
Okay.
Lands Ministry to revoke 50 large-scale mining licenses over regulatory breaches. So it says the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources has announced plans to revoke the licenses of 50 large-scale mining companies found to have breached key regulatory requirements. The decision follows a rigorous review of large-scale mining operations currently being conducted by a special committee established by the ministry. In a statement posted on the ministry's official Facebook page on Tuesday, December 23, the committee said the first batch of affected companies had been identified after preliminary findings revealed serious compliance failures.
So when they identified them, they posted it even on the ministry's website. Now they had taken down the list.
So your concern is why they have taken the list?
Why they have taken down the list?
Because they've revoked them.
No, I would be happy that they revoke the licenses because they are saying that they had breached anything that is fighting that you used to fight Galamsey. I will be happy. But when you post a list and after hours you take down the list, it creates some suspicion. That why are you...
There couldn't be genuinely something they need to address or they need to handle.
So they didn't do due diligence before coming out with the news report? That's the question. Because I know that as a ministry, they have to do their due diligence, because if you post the list and there is someone on and the person hadn't done anything wrong, the person can take you on. So we're expecting that at least before they post the list, they have done their due diligence. That's why I'm asking why they took down the list. Because even on the website, I went to the website to check, because after he posted it on his Facebook page, I went to the website and I saw the list was there. Now the list is not on his Facebook page. It's not also...
Do you by chance have a copy of the list?
No, I didn't save it. To be very honest.
I'm asking just so if the new one comes.
Yeah, I didn't save it. I didn't save it. That's the point. But those who have it can send it to me, because I know definitely some people have saved it.
Yes, I think so too.
He should just continue with the OSP. He's taking most of the time.
So I come back to you later. Okay. No, but would you want to address this? Do you have any concern?
Oh yes. First of all, good morning to your good self. Good morning to Awal and my senior here. Good morning to the crew. And good morning to all our church viewers. You know, Awal intelligently, on one hand, says that the ministry has revoked licenses of big mining companies. Okay, at some point of his statement, he comes back to tell us that you are talking about Galamsey. Awal, there's a clear difference between licensed miners, and there's a clear difference between people who are mining illegally. At the introductory part of your statement, you told us that these are licensed miners, big mining companies. So it doesn't bring the issue of Galamsey in. Even though I do not have the facts of the matter, KMD, if you read what Joy News reported, it says that they are to be revoked because of breach of what? Regulatory and compliance issues. So if the list was published, and then the people now call the ministry and tell them that they are ready to be able to comply, and they've even started making efforts to be able to correct some of that. Sometimes you need to do renewal, sometimes there are certain minor things that you need to do. And they've shown the commitment that they are going to work on it. Do you still keep the list over there? Sometimes the ultimate aim of these regulatory bodies is not to punish and take people out of job. It's to be able to put in measures and make sure that they come and comply to the regulations so be in the industry. So, Awal, it cannot also only be because maybe they are NDC people, that is why they were taken off from the ministry's page or anything. It could also be that the people, after publishing, they are making efforts. But we've not heard from the ministry. And then I think that people always post things and then they take them off. But after a regulatory body as a ministry. They could have taken it off because the people were making effort and have contacted them that they were going to correct some of these things.
But on the other hand, why don't you just keep them there? Because these are people who have faulted in any way. If they even decide
they want to make it,
do better, they still have defaulted.
It's discretionary.
So you should still keep the
It's discretionary that you keep them there because most of these mining companies have international image. So maybe the ministry in their wisdom
someone who said they knew that when they were doing the work.
Yeah, because they're not compliant. So they were not compliant.
Government of
they were not compliant. Wait, relax. You get your time. Don't worry. In a nutshell, they could take the names off and make sure that because to protect the international image. Again, I'm telling you that this government is not interested in taking people out of job.
Okay.
So even when you come to the media, when it comes to NCA revocation of licenses, you realize that the president stepped in.
Yeah.
When the Minister of Communications, they came up with a list of media houses that they were going to revoke their licenses.
They asked for some grace period.
They give them grace period. We're not interested in taking people out of job. We are not interested. We are not interested in taking people out of job. We are not interested in witch hunting media houses. Okay, but if you are a media house and you are very irresponsible, you are reckless, you are not complying to the rules and regulations, industry will take you off. It could be the same thing that happened in the mining.
The Okada also had a similar issue like that.
The Okada had a similar issue and they will step in. These are listening governments. So maybe after they posted it, so many things could have been the reason. But I'm telling you for sure that it will not be the reason because those mining companies so be listed where NDC people as a while is claiming.
I sometimes claim that.
That is what you are saying.
Asking a question.
And I'm also telling you that's true on fact.
That because
it is not true. So it is not
you
true.
don't know the facts.
You also don't know the facts. So why do you also don't know the facts?
So we only have to.
So I'm telling you that. I'm telling you that.
By the ministry to say that we are going to revoke. We are going to revoke. When you hold on and revoke it.
You had your time. The haste could be that the people have made efforts to comply. The haste could be that they started contacting the ministry. It could be. Just like you also said it could be. That is why you also said it could be. You also said it could be. You also suggested. You are not telling your statement on facts. Your statement is not based on facts. So
my facts
your statement is not based on facts. And it's been
posted 50.
And I said that I'm not disputing that, but I'm telling you that the reasons why it could have been pulled off was because maybe they started engaging the ministry and complying with the regulations so be in the industry. So you are speculating, I'm speculating. And that is it. So don't try to deceive.
No.
They are reckless and irresponsible. That's why they have been taken off. Look at the comments and statements they make on that station. Is it good for national unity? Is it good for national unity? They are not complying with the rules and regulations. So this industry is guarded by ethics.
Monitoring XYZ?
It's guarded by.
Have you been monitoring Power FM?
Oh, don't go there. Don't go there.
Where people say unprintable words.
Wow, this is Christmas Eve. Don't go there. Don't defend the indefensible.
So Wontumi was taken down.
Don't defend the indefensible. I'm saying that they did not comply with the ethics and rules and regulations in the industry. That's what I'm saying. They do not comply with the rules and regulations.
So Mentor, there's likelihood that when things are done again or whatever happened, if they are all rectified, these names will come back again. They'll post these names.
Oh yes, but then if the reasons why they're taken off, if they don't comply with it, I'm sure they might be giving grace periods or something. If they don't comply, I'm sure the ministry is definitely going to publish it. The names that he's mentioning that publish it, they are the official spokesperson for the ministry in that regard. So when they post it, that means there's something authentic. I don't think that they would have done due diligence before posting them. I'm sure that some efforts have been made to correct and also comply to some of the regulations there. You see, there's about 50. A lot of people are going to go out of job. Our interest is not to take people out of job, for people to do the right thing and make sure that everybody benefits as Ghanaians.
Okay, very well. Let me go to Richard. Richard, your take on that?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to also extend my good morning to all your cherished viewers, to your entire production team, to my colleagues here, and also to the people of Ho Central, and again to let me use this prestigious platform to congratulate the teaching staffs, the management, and all the workers of King's University College. They were recently adjudged the best private university in Ghana, and they are doing a yeoman's job and training a lot of legal brains. So I would like to, by your permission, use this platform to congratulate them, especially the management of King's University College. They are doing a great job. You see, I don't understand where my good friend Awal is coming from. This issue of a list being posted for people who have been breaching regulations. And you see, when you go into investigating something, perhaps you can find something tomorrow. You may realize that, look, perhaps what we have done, it isn't the right case. in any institution, in anywhere in the world, you can list people and then realize that perhaps some have started to rectify some of the things for which reason you classify them in that category. So what prevents you from reviewing it? And if you want to review it, you cannot leave the data there whilst in an attempt to review it. Because don't forget that nothing is cast in stone. Nothing has to be that once it is published, there is no way it can be pulled down. Even we go to Electoral Commission's website, they post things and tomorrow they pull it down. You go to all manner of state institutions, they post things, even during their era, they'll post it tomorrow, you go there, it's no longer there. Why? Is it because there's something suspicious about it? Obviously not. Because institutions are manned by human beings. We are not using AI in our institutions. So as far as human involvement is concerned, there could be some errors, there could be some lapses. So if anybody notices any lapse, for which reason they have to pull it down and then redo their homework well, and then those who have been able to adjust themselves, and perhaps, obviously, others will be seeking remedy to say that, yes, for instance, you say we don't dislodge our residues well, or we don't do this right, we don't do this right, because for which reason we have caught us in that web. But sincerely, after notifying us, we've been able to remedy the situation. What prevents you from withdrawing the list and then working on it and putting it back? Because it's a human institution like I say. So these are not issues that are even meant for conversation at all. But you see, I don't blame my good friend, because you see, NPP, I'm not a communicator for NDC, but like we always say from the United Party, we are very objective-minded individuals. If it is good, we will say it is good. If it is bad, we will fire you, no matter who you are. But you see, in any situation, when people are trying to hold on to straws, where for a government should be in power for 1 full year, and they have not been able to niche any significant corruption-related activity, they haven't found any major thing to stand on. They are looking for any straw anywhere to hold on to. I will challenge Awal here for the first 1 year of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama's, and they should point to me one major corruption scandal that we can use that to taint the government that deeply and to bastardize them and to let them understand that they hoodwink us into believing that when they come, they will do something different. But they came and they followed the same tangent that NPP was taking us to. NPP was putting this country on a fast lane to self-destruction. But you see, as at now, the situation is relatively what? Calm. So I'm sure these are some of the reasons why any petty issues, NPP want to hold on to it and make a storm out of a teacup, and we are not going to give them that chance, because at the end of the day, we have this country to govern, and nobody is more intelligent than the other. We all went to school, we all got educated. It doesn't mean that we must all belong to NPP before we can be classified like we are intelligent. If you are belonging to UP, you belong to PNP, you belong to CPP, you belong to NDC, wherever you belong to, we all have a role to play in building this country called Ghana.
Very well. You can also join us with your messages. Share your thought with us. Let us know what you think about what happened this year. We are assessing the entire year in terms of politics and governance. What are some of the major issues that caught your attention? Share with us. And moving into next year, what are you expecting that you see happening in terms of our economy, in terms of our governance and politics? And you can also drop your messages on WhatsApp. We're streaming live on Facebook as well. You can leave your messages over there. And don't forget, this segment is proudly brought to you by Franco Trading Enterprise, still Phones, Papa Pathy, and also Koa Naturals, making it possible for us to have this conversation. And sincerely, we apologize to those that were unable to pick your calls earlier this morning. We'll try and see if we can do so a bit later before we wrap it all up here on the show. So please forgive us. You can, in the meantime, send your messages to us, but rest assured, we'll try and see if we can squeeze in some 5 minutes to pick your calls. I'm sure most of you want to also speak on the issue rather than even test, and so we'll find a way and do that before we say goodbye this morning. Anyway, away from that issue, maybe
he said that I should point to one significant or one corruption major in the last 1 month. There is a saying in Chi that the last day, the death after the death of the poet.
The real
that's where you see it's really sad. When we were singing corruption in 2016, saying everything, pointing to names and so on, those who went to jail were not even mentioned at all. We didn't even know that they exist. It was after we came, checked the books and saw that some people stole 4 million from NCA. They are in jail as I speak. We saw venture capital and so on. But when we were doing our campaign, we didn't mention the name. The lithium deal will send a lot of people to jail. I'm telling you, the lithium deal. We negotiated 10%. You said no. Throw it out of parliament. We will not approve it. Today, you have gone to renegotiate to 5%. And you're telling me that there's no scandal.
That cannot be classified as a scandal.
What is that?
It cannot be. It is our weak negotiation power.
No, we negotiated with the same company 10%.
No,
you have come to review it to 5%.
The process has been halted. It's not going to. What's the problem?
It was the process has been halted. Parliament 3 days ago. It was sent back to Parliament. What has been? The same deal with 5%. It has not, but it will be approved eventually because they have the absolute majority to do that.
Okay.
Kemdi, I love the way Awal handled this matter. He quoted some adage in Akan. I said, "Akuko bewa."
The thought is measured when it's dead.
Yes. But the NPP in 2017, the lizard did not die, and we were able to see the wonders they were doing in corruption between January and March. From 7 January when they were sworn in to March, corrupt cases have started happening in 2017. For a government to come to power
and how many
from 7 January 2025.
How many have you?
That's no single scandal. And Awal is here. He's trying so hard
to point to one single scandal.
How many have He's trying so hard. And the lithium deal is talking about has been revoked. The process has been stopped. And then we've investigated more. At the time that I don't want to go into the lithium. By the time that we're negotiating, they were saying that they could have gone higher. The price of lithium was high. Now prices have dropped. That is why. But then it has been revoked. And then they are investigating and going on. So if you say that you wait for the lizard to die before you see the length of the lizard, NPP broke so many records when they were in power. That means they even broke the record of this adage. The lizard did not die, yet we saw the length of the lizard. And it continued to the end of their 8-year term in governance. Corrupt scandals upon corrupt scandals. They started with Muvipina, they went to so many scandals. At a point in time, we lost track of counting corrupt cases that were happening on NPP.
But you have no able.
We lost track. So 1 year in governance, by the grace of God, good leadership, transparency, and accountability under John Dramani Mahama. And you sit here, you try to compare the two governments together. There are not things that you can compare at all. We've had a clean sheet in 1 year. And when we come to the achievements and key things that happen within the year, I'll talk about them and why I think that we've been able to achieve this success. Okay. So you brought so many records.
So gentlemen, let's make some progress. Now, I want us to look at one very critical thing that happened this year is the issue of reruns. If you want to look at it from what we are even experiencing currently, Kandai, you want to look at it from Akotia and even Ablekumanov. Moving forward into 2026, I'm sure we'll be looking at the issue of Kandai in 2026. In fact, the whole rerun thing, if the court decides after January 13th, we'll be able to know whether we're going for the elections or not. Let's speak about the issue of reruns and where NDC stands when it comes to some of these things and what we should expect with the issue of Kandai moving forward into 2026.
I think that the issue of reruns is not something that is good for all political parties. NDC, NPP, or any player in the political space is not good for us. We've all, one way or the other, complained about the conduct of the Electoral Commission. And if you look at the reasons why most of these cases were sent to court, they were breaches or omissions of commissions of things that the Electoral Commission should have done that they did not do. And then most of them were sent to court and led to reruns in certain places. We should also look at security of our electoral officers on election day and even the entire process. Some of the issues have to do with breach of security and the way maybe third parties had to come in and all that. So some police stations were not counted. That led to some of the reruns. So I think that all players in the political space will not be happy because anytime you are going for a rerun or you are going for a by-election, lots of money and resources goes into it. I'm very happy with the Constitutional Review Committee that they commented about the Electoral Commission. I don't agree with all the things they say, like giving them a 10-year fixed period. I believe that we should still give them up to the 70 years for them to retire. However, we should also enhance and and give them more powers to be able to perform their duties well. If you look at the electoral, so going forward, I believe that the Electoral Commission should be given more powers, especially with the recommendations that have come. Not all of them that I agree to, and I know we are all going to review before implementation starts, so that we'll be able to care some of these things, because it doesn't go well for any of us. Going into the Akwetia, the Pandai rerun that is going to happen. It's not something that is good for all of us. You know, the NDC government, we have majority seats in parliament.
But the NDC seems to be very excited about it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, that no political party is happy when within a short time you have to go to reruns, you have to go for by-election.
But you are happy because you're likely going to claim that seat.
We are going to win that
based on what you are saying.
We are going to
so it means that you're happy that they have.
We are going to claim that seat, but I'm telling you that it's uncomfortable for players in the political space. It's uncomfortable because you put in a lot of money, you put in a lot of resources, time, energy to run political campaigns. And then the campaigns, and because of omission of commission of a duty of an electoral commissioner or the electoral officers, then they say that the election is supposed to be rerun. They are supposed to look for resources all over again. They are going to put in time, there's energy, and then all that. It's not comfortable for everybody. The Electoral Commission should be up and doing. The Electoral Commission should focus on their core mandates rather than veering into areas that is not their concern, and should be very fair. When they are fair and they are transparent, we are going to have smooth process. So going into next year, if the Pandai is going to come on, I know the NDC is going to win eventually, because we are enjoying good governance. NDC has become like Maradona in his prime. Anytime you give him the ball around the 18-yard, he's definitely going to score. That's how NDC has become. If there's a by-election organized in Bantama today, everyone organized in Bantama, a stronghold of the NPP, I can tell you that NDC is going to annex that seat and add it to our seats in Parliament. Even though we are going to win, I'm saying that the Electoral Commission should be up and doing with the way they deliver on their duties to save all of us from all this time and stress.
Okay. Richard, let me have your take on that.
Well, sincerely, this issue of rerun, and this actually came up. If someone demises and we are going for a complete election, even that one, I would have wished that the Constitutional Review Committee would take a critical look at that. My expectation is that when a seat belongs to a political party and the one occupying it passes on, my sincere and candid opinion is that there shouldn't be any complete contest around that issue. The party who has that seat should do their own internal contest and replace the one who passed on. It saves us time, it saves us all the hula
Which is ideal, in my opinion.
It saves us all this brouhaha. I sincerely believe that we should look at that approach, because you see, sometimes when these reruns are coming up, those in government, they are excited about it because they know they have all the resources at their disposal. And you realize that almost all the party architecture gallivanting to go and campaign in a small constituency. You see the entire country moving to Mandai to say we are going to campaign because resources are going to flow like bread and butter. Money should be flow. Money should be carried in Ghana must go for us to share among party folks. Share like there's no tomorrow. So they are so excited because everybody knows that payday. So sometimes it's not really about the seats in contest, but it is because people have parochial interest and they know that this payday. We are going to grab something. By the time we come back from Pandai, our bank account is swollen up. So we must also factor in the timing for which reason an election can be nullified or can't be nullified. For instance, there is a caveat that says that after a period of about 24 days after the election results has been declared? 21 days. Any aggrieved individual who has an issue must tender in his application to the court. Within that period of 21 days, hitherto, you have lost the right to do so. So, in as much as they thought it wise like that, they should also add on to it that any election dispute shouldn't travel beyond a period of 3 months. Because for the presidential, for instance, we have that clause there that seat must not travel beyond a certain threshold. But when it comes to the issue of parliamentarians, it can even take 4 years, 3 years. The case is still pending in the court. So at the last month of the MP, they will come and tell him that, oh, all that we have done so far is null and void. Even your gratuities, you are not entitled to it because you were not actually a member of parliament because you were sitting on a borrowed seat. How can we run a country like that? So I am pleading. It just beats my mind. You see, for the constitutional review, they have to go back to their work. They have so many things that they never address. We, from the United Party, wrote to them, put in some requests, for which reason we think that is going to be a remedy for some of the chaotic situations that we encounter in this country.
You didn't see that?
We didn't see it. They never put it into consideration. So they should go back to their work. Some of the things they propose and some of the things they are looking at, some of us, we will punch it because we disagree with it entirely. So for us to be encouraging this rerun thing, it is not good for us. So it is between the two major political parties. One is saying that, oh, our hands are tied because they don't have the resources. They know their chances of winning that election is slim. One knows that we have the resources. And for the people of Pandai, I 100% believe that, look, everybody wants to associate himself with the winning team. And like I said, leadership is not always about bread and butter issues. Today, this morning, a whole year of an NDC government, since they came, fuel was around 15 to 16 cedi per liter. When they came, it drastically came down. The likes of me, KMG, if you should tell me that today in December, I'll still buy fuel at Goal, the station of the nation, at 11.99, it still baffles my mind. Because the entire year, fuel has never traveled beyond 13 cedis per liter. And fuel is one cardinal thing that runs the country because that is the fuel that liquefies the entire nation. So if fuel is at this low, until December we are still buying fuel at this low, Star Oil is even doing at 11.10. As of yesterday, I saw Star Oil doing 10.39. So at least it shows a clear-cut direction that people are in love with the JM government. It is only, I can bet my last penny, that it is only a vast majority of the people in the NPP, card-bearing members of the NPP, who are sincerely not happy with a JM administration. Okay. Simply because they know that they are fighting to get into power in 2028. Therefore, anything that JM does, they must bastardize this, they must criticize this, and they must condemn it. And then again, because of the kind of leadership, I am not an NDC member, but you see, the kind of leadership, the kind of leadership, the rerun, you see, these things, they intertwine. I'm telling you that when the government is in power, and they are doing extremely well, the chances of they annexing any seat is possible. That's why I'm saying that we shouldn't encourage it. Simplicity. Okay. But when you are trying to make your case and justify your reasons, Awal doesn't like it like that. So in a nutshell, yes, I am saying that government of the day will always have, which is not good. Which is not good.
We'll claim that seat in 2026.
Which is not good because it will become like an abuse of incumbency. When you are using your incumbency to go after every seat, because this issue came, and it was about 41. We are trying to nullify the entire election, but God being so good, Supreme Court has halted the process. But even that one, others are saying that he halted it because it's going to be in the interest of the NDC. Because he's going to give them sufficient, I've even heard NDC communicators saying it, that this halting by the Supreme Court is going to give them ample time to be able to campaign and annex that seat, which to me, I think it is not good. So our constitution should look into these issues so that going forward, if it is 41, let it be 41. Okay, not to nullify an entire election, because if that is the case, then we can say that the entire election across the 275 constituencies can be nullified, because we cannot say the election we had in the last year was explicitly clean sheet.
Okay. Very well. You can also join us with your messages. You can send it to our WhatsApp, and you can also send it to Facebook. We're streaming live on Facebook as well, so you can send your message there. 26th of December, Brew Botanical Gardens will come alive, and it's all about the family party in the park. Joy 99.7 FM. We're doing it again. Come through Kwabena. Dope Nation will also be performing as well. And it's only 300 cedis for a family of 6. So grab your tickets now. Meet us there. Let's have a great time together. Start at 9 a.m. and the party is on. And you're not missing out that for anything. I mean, 27th is a Friday. When you come and you are tired Saturday, you can just rest. You understand. Good stuff. Well,
MJ.
Reruns.
Okay. The nurses and teachers who had worked for 1 year and were paid only 1 month, tell them that Ghana is better. The nurses and teachers who were promised automatic employment in the last 1 year had not been employed.
Okay, is this rerun?
Oh, but where did he go? Where did he go?
Is this also rerun?
Oh, okay. So you feel uncomfortable whilst I'm talking about this?
Are you tying that?
I'm tying it. I'm only responding to the UP man who delved somewhere, and I'm drawing his attention that
we also
so
go to rerun. But
I really
miss
yes.
So go to Mandai.
So Derera. I think as for Ablekuma North, we don't call it a rerun because as a political party, we didn't even participate in that elections. We call it grand thievery by the EC aided by the NDC, or by the NDC aided by the EC, because the court said go and collate the 3 remaining polling stations. Then the EC came out to say, well, we're running 19 polling stations. And the NPP did not run that. So, indeed, in Ablekuma North, it was just grand thievery. And they took it from us forcefully because they are in power. Tamale Central, we didn't also participate.
Yeah.
Because we felt that to honor the image of Mutala and the fallen heroes, we think that we do not have to subject that place with this what Richard do not want to see, how people go there, dissipate state funds, the rancor and so on. So we decided that we cannot go into that elections with that. Akwatia was a proper run, but Akwatia also came with a lot of issues. So I think what Richard said, even though I don't agree with that, but I believe that Akwatia was relatively a seat that we went and fought it but lost. But there were a lot of things that happened in Akwatia that are still unresolved. Azoka, according to the police, they had arrested him, caution him, and they will send him to court. Up to now, we've not heard anything from the police. Not even his picture was posted on even the Facebook page as they used to do. Again, the Abuakwa South communications officer who said if he had met Nana B and others, he would kill them. That one too, the police said they had arrested him. They are yet to arraign him before the court. We're yet to hear anything about it. So indeed, the reruns came, and we felt that indeed the country went into its lowest ebb, because if people had assaulted former minister, current deputy organizer in Ablekuma North, and the police came out with only a press release, said they had arrested the people. They did not point to their pictures. Today, as we speak, Hawa Koomson do not know that those who were charged and they paid the 6,000 or 8,000 are really those who assaulted her. But we were told that, well, they had done that, they had sent them to court, and they were charged 8,000 cedis for the assaults and so on. So I think the reruns, in as much as I, as a politician, will not really call for what Richard is saying, that, well, we should leave the political party to replace. we use that platform to also assess our strength, to see whether indeed going into elections we'll be able to really, it becomes some kind of a midterm elections, because when you check between 2000 and even today, almost all the reruns, the by-elections, that is when you know whether you will win the elections or not. The NDC used Kumau, even though they didn't go to Ejuso, but in Kumau, that was when we started seeing that indeed our fortunes kept on dwindling. Looking at the turnout, the NDC had proper turnout. In Kumau Zongo, you had about 80% turnouts and so on. So from there, the NDC came out with even a press release to say that indeed they are happy with the results, even though they had less than 10,000, but they said they were happy with the results because their vote had moved up. Ours came down. So it's an exercise that helps us a lot as a political party to assess our strengths towards the general election. So I don't agree with.
Okay, all right. Let's do these messages from our viewers. This one says, good morning, Joy Prime. So far, so very good. Where my NDC government failed me is the fact that up to now, the corrupt NPP officials are still not in Nsawam prison. If we fail to bring Ken Ofori-Atta to be prosecuted, very soon every criminal in Ghana will run to neighboring countries to escape justice. We have given the micro minority too much space to misbehave in parliament. The NPP party is dead. Alan has taken all the fine men and women with integrity away. KK Max from Tongo sending that one. And that's one, yes. Why is it that anytime someone will be making his point, Awal will not let please try and control him, Mr. Host? All right, I've heard you. The next one will be Kwamina says, good morning, KMJ. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance to finest regional minister, Honorable Mrs. Charity Gardner, and hardworking MD of Prestia, Sankofa Gold Limited, Honorable Shaq Dowda, and members of Team Charity Gardner, Asutifi. Okay, Awal, please, this Baumia politics will not help you to come back to power. Okay, let me go to the next one. It says, Adi in Pig Farm, says, good morning, brother. His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama is very much on course in executing the reset agenda and is paying no attention to all the ugly noises that has been made by Awal and is nagging People's Party, aka the NPP. In fact, sometimes if you listen to the level of corruption and stealing that took place under the watch of Leonardo and his vice, Dr. Baumia, one will just know Mother Ghana was a crime scene under the leadership of Leonardo and his vice, Dr. Baumia. They just came to create, loot, and share. NPP never again. All right. Master Planner Junior says in 2025, for the first time, teacher trainees have not been posted in a whole year under the NDC LGBTQ plus bill missing in action. Boku fight escalates as IGP vehicles shot, the helicopter crash, ECG missing containers, 9 months attacked by Galamseyas, Sam George versus DSTV, poor performance of WASIP results, among others. That's Master Planner. Kenji, good morning, and your panel members. So you see the NDC NPP accusing each other. Corruption is who is going to rescue this country when it comes to scandals. Ghanaians should hold the government accountable so that they will do the needful. Mamudu Adam Zangdegu in Boko sent in that. Good morning, Mr. Host, and your guest for the good works watching you live from Wa by Bawa Namwini. But please ask Mr. Awal to give the names that were pulled out, and he's saying that they are the NDC members. But can you please school me on to be revoked and has been revoked? Okay, so those are two things that we actually cleared in that conversation before. So, in fact, Mental also spoke on that as well. Good morning, KMJ. Indeed, the so-called well-managed economy is on paper, but there's no money in the system. The year has been hard for the ordinary Ghanaian, especially our gallant farmers, nurses, and teachers. However, ministers and other government appointees are enjoying while their own grassroots are crying bitterly. And that's from Abdullahi Abdul Razak in Tamale. Good morning, Kenji Dache, watching from Juma Kwasa. I do agree with Richard that anytime an MP dies, there shouldn't be a rerun, but the party he represents should delegate or elect a different person to represent him for the people. In review, it's only people like Awal will have something bad about this JDM governance. Alhaji Hamza in Pig Farm says that Okay, good morning, KMJ. What you just did, this is what we call journalism at its best. You have exposed Awal big time this morning. According to 50 mining companies' license has been revoked. He went further to say that the list was withdrawn later, and he thinks that the ministry has found out that there were some NDC members in it. He was trying to mislead your listeners, but thank you very much for exposing him. And again, I will beg you not to allow to be setting his agenda for the program for his colleagues to follow. Awal is trying all that he could to use President Muhammad's name to make himself popular in the NPP, but he will not succeed. KMJ, let Awal speak to the issue of the chair and provide us with evidence to support his claim. All right. Thank you for sending in that. Well noted. Good morning, everyone. 1 year after voting for scammers, over 400 innocent Ghanaians have been killed, though insecurity, Galam says, is now legal. Teachers' intervention allowance has been cancelled. CPD allowance not paid to teachers. Government is buying one sanitary pad, 45 cedis. Over 30,000 innocent Ghanaian workers have been sacked. Electricity and water tariffs increased by 220 and 280% respectively, and some media houses has been paid. Okay, I don't know about that, but that's your thoughts on that. And unfortunately, that'll be all time will permit this morning for us to do this here on this flash. It's 24th. We're making you go early and go sleep.
Let me 8 o'clock yet. KMJ.
We don't have time for any other thing.
Let's close 8 in the morning. Yeah, we have 10 minutes.
So you are not giving closing remarks.
Let's do Today's Christmas. Our last day for Christmas.
Our last day for
we can't wish people Merry Christmas too.
Okay, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.
KMG.
Merry Christmas.
Alex,
you have 1 minute to do this.
You have 2 minutes to wrap up.
No. We don't have time. There are a lot of things happening behind. So, but you have to go home early and sleep. Merry Christmas.
Well, I would like to wish all Ghanaians Merry Christmas, and to my good friend, Mr. Fifi Adra, I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas, and to all the entire production team, we wish you a Merry Christmas. But everybody should be safe, take good care of yourself, and we look forward to seeing you next year. But the lithium deal, please, we are begging government that it is not by force to mine.
Richard, you are coming
Let the lithium be deposited in the ground. Generations can come and mine it later. Anything less than 10% or 20%, we will not agree.
We'll come back and talk about this.
On this note, the hard-working women's organizer of Lejokuku and this Kaja Sharifa Tusule is a birthday, celebrating a birthday today. I wish you a happy birthday. I wish my campaign strategist, Bernard Fiado, a happy birthday as well. And the husband to my former member of parliament, Honorable Benita Senogitidua, Nana Kukudua is also celebrating his birthday today. I wish him a happy birthday. I wish all viewers, I wish all Ghanaians a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Betting tax abolished, COVID levy abolished, emission tax abolished. Enjoy the Christmas with low fuel.
You trust politicians at your own risk.
Yes, a happy dry Christmas to all my Christian friends. Utility prices have gone higher, 31% on electricity, 20% on water, and teachers and nurses who had worked for 1 year were only paid 1 month.